Half a percent lost on the heavies and the mid caps. I mean, both are running neck and neck. Both the indices have lost half a percent. And as I've been telling you, the advanced declines are two stocks in the red for one in the green. And that means what? Even after yesterday's 2.5% cut, 2.3% cut, two-thirds of the market is below where we left it yesterday evening. Looks a little unnerving at this point in time, and so we invite the person who actually called the fall first when we were celebrating the near 9,000 mark. Sanjay Dutt was telling us that this is the peak and we should see much lower levels from here on. We have already seen the peak for the year, is what he told us, and that's how it's played out. So Sanjay, good morning, welcome to the show. What's the call now? Do you think we have much more to lose from current levels?
See, I can't really give a call on absolute levels, whether we'll bottom out at 7,900 or 8,000 or 7,800. But I think one thing I can say confidently that the risk reward is favorable now. Okay. I would be a buyer. People should start to buy. Look at stocks where we have high conviction rates in terms of fundamentals, in terms of ability to really make use of the turnaround when it happens. So I would say the risk reward is favorable, and even I would hazard a call by saying that even the index I don't think will fall more than another 200 points in the Nifty, or maybe max 7,900. It gives me a lot of confidence. And you know, people missed out the governor's entire speech yesterday, and I think it was a landmark day from the RBI side. Because if you look at it, people were just focusing on that 25 basis point, but they missed out the stuff that he sent a message clearly on things like the MSP, things like what the government needs to do to revive the investment sentiment, government investment flows. A lot of other issues he spoke about, things about simplifying banking in terms of clearing up the entire mess that RBI has about the entire gamut of circulars. He'll definitely go down in the history as one of the best governors we've had probably in the last many decades. So people are missing that. We will just continue to focus on that 25 basis point because, and that 25 basis point gets lost in transmission only. When banks start to transmit it, what do they do? Because each bank's own asset liability position, NPLs, etc. So if he did 25 or he did 50 and we're still living with this mess of NPLs with banks not being funded, it wouldn't have made a difference. So people are just missing the wood for the trees really at this point of time, no?
Take your point, Sanjay. Actually, well, just to a bit of self-advertisement, I did write a piece today in the Mint on the non-monetary content of the monetary policy. Maybe on some issues. No, it's okay. We'll take that off cap. We'll take that off cap. I just want to know where would you start picking? Would you now look at the non-cyclicals? Would pharma IT be your pick?
I think IT, yes. Pharma, I've always been a dunce. I've always said that I can't get pharma right. So I just don't know when FDA will hit or which formulations will hit. So IT, yes. That's one area where I would like to invest because my call is that which has been for a while that rupee dollar is going to pan out, where rupee will depreciate, and we're very clear. Even the government, if you heard Arvind Subramaniam a few weeks back, gave a clear hint that rupee will weaken. Government is comfortable with rupee weakening, both in terms of the Make in India as well as the export initiative. So if that be the case, I think IT is a place to be. And also I'm seeing a new vigor coming in some of the IT companies, particularly Infosys, for instance. Of course, I'm not long Infosys at this point of time, so I'd like to make the disclaimer. But I think IT is one place that looks good. Oil and gas, Reliance we've seen outperforming for the last few weeks. I think that's a big play. And look at it today, if 3 or 4 rupees diesel goes up, it's not even news. I don't even find it in any column anywhere in the newspaper. So we've got used to it. So therefore, oil and gas sector, specifically Reliance, IT, I think focus will shift on these 2-3 sectors, and these will give support to the Nifty at the current levels.
Okay, by the way, just keep an eye out on the bank Nifty. It's now down more than 1%, and at the lowest point of trade, names like ICICI Bank, PNB, Yes Bank are all moving towards cuts of almost about 2 to 2.5%. So it's getting worse for the bank Nifty. Sanjay, hi, good morning. It's good to hear some bullish views from you after a long time. I mean, you've been cautious on the markets for so long, and now some optimistic views. But having said that, how would you approach a space like banks? Because the selling pressure has exacerbated in the last couple of weeks. Is this a good time to be accumulating, or do you think we could get better levels in the days to come?
See, Sonia, we are all very clear that you can never get the bottom, you can never get the top. And I think, like I said about the risk-reward equation for the market, I think the same applies to the banking sector also. At this point of time, we are, we made the banking sector in India a basket case. I don't think it's that way. So therefore, I think there is opportunity in there. There's selective opportunity in there. I would be a buyer. I would be a buyer of select bank stocks, particularly select PSU second-rung stocks, or even in fact a bank like State Bank of India, because I think things are going to get sorted out, and they already are being sorted out. They all, if you go and meet any senior manager above the level of a general manager in a public sector bank, the way he's on his job from 9 in the morning and 9 at night in trying to sort out every possible NPA, in trying to look for new business, good quality new business. There is a new vigor in there. They know they need to sort this out, and the message has gone down very clearly from the top management. So I would be a buyer here, to cut a long story short. Yes, I would like to scale my buying. I wouldn't want to go one shot and finish all my entire banking allocation. But I'm a buyer, definitely, no doubt.
Okay.
I think the selling is more or less done now.